Hello everyone and welcome to ULBC YouTube channel. Today we're here with Evgenia, who is the co-founder of ULBC and is the president of ULBC. Hello Evgenia, how are you doing?
Hello Jay, thank you very much. Thank you for inviting.
Could you tell me a bit about ULBC and its purpose?
Yes, sure. So Ukraine-Luxembourg Business Club is a non-profit association which was created in Luxembourg 5 years ago. So we started with a small team of 3, but as today we are more than 100 people. Ukraine-Luxembourg Business Club is the network connecting businesses in Ukraine and in Luxembourg. In 5 years we were conducting different forums and seminars in different topics in infrastructure, technology, agri, and connecting businesses in Ukraine. Since 24th of February 2022, since the start of war in Ukraine, the mission of Ukraine-Luxembourg Business Club also changed. We have to review our activities, and now, as we have more than 5,000 refugees in Luxembourg, our activity is to support them in Luxembourg, to support them to find jobs, to support them to find trainings, to change their activity, and to find different other projects which can support them in their business activities. So, a Ukraine-Luxembourg Business Club is in general business and all about business, about education, trainings, and also forums connecting businesses. But this year we're also doing charity events. For example, in June we created a big charity event to support startups in Ukraine. As you know, startups is the very weak segment of economy, especially now during war, when people cannot find money for themselves, not about startups. So this is so important to support startups in the territories which were hit by war.
Mm-hmm. And what support measure from ULBC for businesses do you think is the most effective one?
Of course, the most important is to support Ukrainian economy and Ukrainian business as of today. What we can do from our side is to ask for help of the country, of other businesses, to take their attention to Ukrainian business. For this, we organized a huge forum in next January, bringing Ukrainian businesses in different spheres. These are infrastructure, agriculture, technology, and others, to show how important it is to support business now. And of course, Luxembourg is supporting Ukraine as no one else. The countries provided so much humanitarian aid, financial support, and support of refugees. So the country wants to support the business. And we, as the club, we are just uniting businesses and the interests in Luxembourg and in Ukraine.
So would you say the business community in Luxembourg is very supportive as well?
Exactly. I mean, the whole world is supporting Ukraine now.
Yeah.
The business community in Luxembourg is supporting on all the levels, from every single employee who is calling us and providing different support from €1 to €5, providing support in job placements for refugees. But as a club, we are interested, of course, in the big scale support to Ukraine. So big companies are interested in investments to Ukraine, in creating cooperations with Ukrainian companies. And in Luxembourg, I would say we have 3 big segments. It's a financial heart of Europe. We have investment funds, we have industry, and we have European institutions. Of course, all these 3 segments are trying to support Ukraine in their own ways. But uniting these interests in bringing the interest from Ukraine, this is our mission.
Mm-hmm. And why do you think Luxembourg should invest in Ukraine right now, even with the war going on?
Yes, of course the war is ongoing, and there are different topics to review. First of all, half of the country was ruined, but another one is bringing double force to feed the country, to feed the whole people who are living there. Mm-hmm. So the western part of Ukraine needs support now, mm-hmm. because the economy is damaged, the infrastructure is damaged. So we cannot do this. All the money from the budget go to the army, go to the war to support, and we cannot survive ourselves. So we need support, financial support from Europe, from European countries. So on this level, reconstruction of Ukraine is starting already today. We have seen such cities like Irpin, Bucha, who were ruined and damaged terribly during the first days of war. But But if you open even some pictures, you can see that the buildings are already reconstructed. People are trying to reconstruct by their own means, by the means of investors. So there is a need for reconstruction, and there is a need for investment. But there are also investment opportunities for such companies like industrial companies who can invest into, for example, glass in Ukraine, because when you make reconstruction, you make reconstruction of glass, of apartments and other. We need support and reconstruction of educational system. These are schools. Lots of kids are without schools today, without universities, and they do not have any support even to study online. So we need support in this sphere, in educational. We need these projects. Infrastructure. There are lots of people who left eastern part of Ukraine. There are no places to live. But here comes the industrial companies, steel companies like Arcelor, who are building temporary housing for replaced for the people who moved from one place to another. This is support is coming. And others in technology. Technology is still ongoing and they can work, but they need support and investment. So there are lots of opportunities at the first levels. And of course, the bigger public sectors which need investment. These are roads, these are bridges, these are hospitals which were ruined. And this all needs reconstruction. We all know that the war is ongoing, but we know that Ukraine will flourish after our victory, and it's now time to start to invest to the reconstruction of Ukraine.
Oh yeah, so would you say the Luxembourg fund industry shows interest in Ukraine? As you said, ArcelorMittal and so on.
Yes, so I would say that there are again three different views. Funds, and this is private funding, they are interested, but they are a bit caution about making investments now to Ukraine. They are waiting for these first steps of the big players, of European institutions who are also present in Luxembourg, to make the steps, to make the risking steps. So when the private sector will see that there is less risks after in big investments from European institutions, from IMF, from World Bank, from EIB, who made already the investment to Ukraine, then the private private funding will come. This is the second. And the third one is infrastructure. Infrastructure, there is no need to explain to how important is infrastructure and industry and the investment to Ukraine. For example, talking about Arcelor, we all know they are the biggest investor in Ukraine, the biggest steel company, the biggest employer, and they are interested in investing and reconstructing of Ukraine.
So what are past and future projects of ULBC?
So past projects in 5 years, these were, as I said, these were conferences and business forums in different spheres: industrial, infrastructure, labor, technology, and so on. This year, our projects are different. First one is the big conference and the big business forum we are going to organize in January. So we invite all the players to join us. We expect it to be of the very high level, involving all the companies, private sector, industry, infrastructure, and European institutions to support recovery of Ukraine. So if you have any comments, or if you would like to join this event as a speaker, as a partner, please comment on this video, contact us. And another part of our activity is supporting refugees. We have a separate department which helps refugees to find jobs, to find placements. As of today, we have more than 500 CVs of refugees in Luxembourg. They are looking for a job. We have more than 70 requests from employers. So our success stories are cooperation with CFL, biggest company in Luxembourg, who invited 130 refugees for the interviewing process. We are working with hotels and hospitality business and cooperate with Hotel Royal, who invited 30 Ukrainian refugees for the interview who are working now in the hospitality sphere. We are working with Big Four, we are working with European Investment Bank, we are working with law firms, and we are really happy. And in case you're an employer, please contact us. We will help you to find a good candidate for the open position. And if you are looking for a job and you are under temporary status, please send us your CVs. We will try to assist you. For the refugees, we have different projects as well. We try to cooperate with ADEM, which is a state authority for searches for work, and we conduct trainings, how to find work, how to change your CVs, and so on. We work with Red Cross, we work with House of Entrepreneurship, who also tell people how to start their own business. And we also cooperate with big companies who try to assist as much as possible. For example, European Investment Bank, together with Ukraine-Luxembourg Business Club, conducted CV clinic and a charity event where they provided clothes for Ukrainian refugees and helped to build CVs. And now ArcelorMittal is also doing this campaign, gathering clothes for winter as a charity for Ukrainian refugees. So we invite Luxembourg companies to follow this example and to make donations, for Ukrainian refugees in Luxembourg.
Thank you very much, Evgenia, for talking to me today. And it was very interesting to hear about why you are at ULBC and what the main purpose of ULBC is.
Thank you very much, Jade, for your involvement, and thank you for this video.
Thank you very much, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe, and stay tuned for future videos.